So, with the first poem is called Conundrum. And if you saw it on paper, you would see that the epigraph says circa 2007. And so, what all that really means is that that's when I wrote the poem. The actual poem itself happens a decade before. And the first line says that happens a decade before. So, we're looking at like 1996. I was 16, my brother was 15. And we were at that age where we thought we had mastered the art of being cool. You know, we thought we were at the zenith of it. And I mean, so much so that, we were going to work on a pamphlet to help the less fortunate brothers, who hadn't reached that level of cool, find it. And so, this is going on. And my dad, who overheard us, at this point, he was just kind of like, coming to terms that his sons had not inherited his cool genes. And for folks that knew my father, folks that grew up with my dad back in Trinidad, they talked about how smooth he was. The older guys said that they didn't have game, but he had enough game to talk to women for them, and that's how smooth he was. And so you can imagine this guy, he feels failed in some way that his two sons hadn't inherited that coolness, and then he walks by and overhears us giggling about this pamphlet we're going to create to help other people be cool. And so for like months after that, he couldn't look at us without shaking his head. So poem is Conundrum, and it's for my dad and my brother Andrew. A decade before, my brother and I were strapped inside the leather belly of an Oldsmobile 88 that roared like something feral, with speakers coughing up bass and spitting rhymes from Buster's first album. I don't recall where we were headed, just that we cruised the city with our fresh haircuts and fragrant whispers of Egyptian musk behind our ears. We thought the secret was in scented oils, or the abracadabra of a barber's clippers reducing stubborn curls to rows of waves. What we would have given for the answer to the riddles of women, the open says me to a hidden door in the wall they might have erected for trespassers. And wasn't it deeper than what our father called a lack of game, when science defined pheromones as nature's airborne love potion? That decade, we rode with the windows down, the breeze a cool tongue lapping at our sweaty foreheads, both of us wondering what the recipe was.